So I've been thinking about the Maple Leafs a lot lately and how they are going to approach, first off, the rest of the season, and we got the answer on that in the trade deadline. They made a couple of excellent moves. I really like these moves. So, I would just probably going to cover that first and then go from there. Now, when it comes to Scott Laughton, I like that move. He has term on his deal. Excellent. Carlo, way out of left field, but I like that too. But more so in this video, I want to talk about the, in my opinion, just outrageous Mitch Marner information. And this is how it's always been. And any Leaf fan that's watching this can absolutely understand what I'm about to say right here, is that every single negotiation that has ever had with this kid in Toronto, well, there's only been one, has always been loud. I think even from his entry-level deal that he was complaining about what Austin Matthews got and what he didn't get. Every single negotiation from his entry-level deal to his first, second deal and then now has just been the loudest deal ever. And he just doesn't learn. Okay? So I'm sorry, this has something to do with the player too. It's not just all his agent, right? We're not hearing the same thing around Sam Bennett in Florida, but he has Darren Ferris as his agent. So this can't just be, Darren Ferris. So obviously this is coming from Mitch Marner, a lot of what we're hearing. So it's always loud, it's always through the media. The Maple Leafs, when they re-signed Morgan Rielly, they did not do this. Okay, it's just quiet stuff and then they re-signed. Same thing with Nylander. He got a good deal from the Maple Leafs in my opinion. But, okay, he just signed his deal and then moved on. He got a great deal from the Leafs and he moved on. But again, here we go. Now, apparently the rumors were that the Maple Leafs were incredibly close to acquiring Mikko Rantanen, but there's kind of differences in opinion on exactly what happened. Apparently Nick Kyprios is saying that they wanted Matthew Knies and a couple of firsts and Easton Cowan. By the way, I would have loved them getting Rantanen because it would have solved the Mitch Marner problem where they would have been able to replace Mitch Marner. And yes, he would have had to give up Matthew Knies, and I like Matthew Knies, but Mikko Rantanen he's unbelievable. He is so good. Now there's new information coming out that they actually approached Mitch Marner about waiving his no-trade clause. That is incredibly spicy information. So what this tells me is that the Leafs don't think that Mitch Marner is going to be here very long. When you ask a player to waive his no-trade clause, you are really giving him a message of, we don't think you're going to stick around. This negotiation has not been going very well. And we have more information here from James Myrtle. We've gotten a lot of Mitch Marner information after those trades that they signed, that the Maple Leafs are really frustrated with how this negotiation has been going. And again, I completely understand why. So Mikko Rantanen got 12 times 8, 12 years times 8, and okay, that's fine. I think that's completely fair. Apparently, according to James Myrtle of the Leaf Report, the Maple Leafs have actually offered him more than that. I think something like 12 and a half times 8. Like, I don't care about tax situations and all that. Like, that is a completely respectful and fair contract for Mitch Marner. Now, I want you guys to keep one thing in mind, that the Leafs are always going to have a trump card that they can sign him to 8 years, and any team on the free market can only give him 7. So that's always going to be a trump card that the Maple Leafs can offer him. So, I mean, but here's the thing. It sounds to me like he's gone in the offseason. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Chris Johnson also alluded to the fact that he is, quote, more than likely or more than willing to try to test the UFA market. I mean, at this point, yeah, obviously, from what we're getting. Now, the question of the video here is going to be very simple. What do you guys think? Would you just ante up and re-sign him? Do you guys feel like he just doesn't actually want to re-sign? Because listen, that's the message that I'm getting right now. I'm getting to the fact that, like, I don't even think that he really wants to re-sign with the Leafs. I don't even think he wants to be a Toronto Maple Leaf anymore. That's what I'm getting. If you followed my channel for a while, you know that I've been an advocate for keeping Mitchell Marner. Like, I think he's a good player. I think it's the best of all the choices that they have. He's having a pretty good game tonight in Colorado, at least. And I just think it's the absolute best option that they have. But I was alluding to the fact that he probably wanted to stay here, right? But if he doesn't want to stay here, then what are our options right now? Right now, I want to be clear that just even if Mitch Marner goes, I still think the Leafs are going to be a good team, right? They still could get Brock Besser. I think that Ehlers is going to be a free agent as well. They could try to get him if the Winnipeg Jets decide to let him walk. You could look at a Sam Bennett, although, again, Sam Bennett's his agent is Darren Ferris as well. So he has the exact same agent as Darren Ferris. I love it how, Sam Bennett in Florida has been really silent. There's no drama around him, so you can't blame that completely on the agent, right? I've always said this before. Mitch Marner needs to step up and show that he wants to be here if he actually says he wants to be here. The Maple Leafs are willing to pay him a lot of money. Honestly, I find this stuff absolutely embarrassing. Mitch Marner goes out of his way to make himself unlikable. I don't care if you agree with that. You can, shout me up in the comments, whatever. But it's absolutely true. Like, since he's been a Leaf, from his, I guess, entry-level second deal and now this deal, it's been loud. He gives the aura of being a big, giant baby for any re-signing situation or anything. Do you remember when Austin Matthews re-signed his contract? And I think it was like Darren Ferris immediately tweeted out like, wow, that doesn't seem like a deal. And I'm like, dude, like, you couldn't just let it go for like 1 second. Or the fact that Austin Matthews got the captaincy. I'm telling you right now, Mitch Marner is a giant baby. He is a giant baby, and he has a huge ego. I will say, though, that he's a fantastic player. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not a fan of him in terms of his aura, let's put it that way. But I'm a fan of his play, and I think he's a really good player, and I think he makes the Maple Leafs better. That's my opinion anyway. Anyways, I just wanted to touch on all this noise around Mitch Marner. If you guys make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, guys. And make sure to have a great day, guys. Peace.